Another day, another weird animated story. I have to get injections every day. My name is Mats. We are the Hey Squad, guys. This channel is growing really fast, so if you want to belong to the first 25,000 subscribers, subscribe now to this channel. Okay, we start with this story.
Hello everyone, my name is Monica. I am a girl who gets shots every day, and I do them myself. Why? To make myself better.
Okay, these are not drugs, right?
You're going to think it's weird and say, but it
Yeah, you are actually weird.
hurts. But I'm going to tell you all about it. At the time this story happened to me, I was 15 years old. I loved large handbags because a lot of my things fit in them. One day I went with a friend
It's like for women, it's like a second home for girls, yeah? Like this handbags.
to a cool cosmetic store, and at the entrance, they wouldn't let me through a special machine. It started beeping like crazy. What the hell? I didn't steal anything. Why is it beeping? Let me see your purse, ma'am. What? It's my personal belongings. I'm not gonna let any of you guys go through it. Come on,
My personal belongings.
Money, we're just wasting time now. The store will close soon. Let him check. But I can't. Why not?
Oh, she stole something.
What's wrong? Do you have anything illegal in there? Ah ha ha, funny. No, I'm gonna go. I've got stuff to do. I'll call you later, Gwen. Bye. I got a little uncomfortable. Yes, I had secrets from my friend that no one knew, except for one person, a former acquaintance of mine. He disappeared a few years ago, and since then, I haven't told.
What is wrong with their face? Okay, I have two playlists on my channel, yeah? Animated stories and the weirdest animated stories. And we decide afterwards if it does belong to the weirdest one, okay? This face is kind of weird, and this is like, yeah, caused of infections or something. Injections, I meant. Yeah.
Anyone about it. I went to the nearest public restroom and locked myself in a stall, then took a syringe and my vitamins out of my purse.
This is like usually like when people are like addicted to injections, it's like drugs. So I'm afraid of injections. Like no, vitamin C pills or anything to swallow, this is fine for me, but to inject all this stuff, this is kind of creepy. Well, I hate injections. Well, once I get unconscious, I get both like the same time because I wanted to look brave, okay? And the doctors asked me, okay, you want like one separately or you want both at the same time? And I was like, yeah, both at the same time. I got it, and then I was unconscious. Yeah.
More often than not, I injected glucose. Why? To feel satiated, like glucose instead of food.
And I'm addicted actually to Mountain Dew, to be honest. I know sugar is like something you can get addicted as well. So I have to take attention. I know, guys, I know. You don't have to say it.
You inject it if you don't eat enough or if you're in a coma. I'm not saying I didn't eat well, I just always thought that medication was the only way to keep myself in good shape. And if we live in a world where that good stuff is plentiful, why not take advantage?
Yeah, but you can just eat like pills and protein shakes and that stuff. You don't have to inject anything.
Of the gifts of civilization,
Or just eat healthy. Have a healthy lifestyle. You do not have to inject anything.
right? My love and fetish for shots started a long time ago.
A fetish for shots? What the frick?
In my purse, you could always find alcohol wipes, disposable syringes, and some medicine. I often had them in addition to glucose, saline, 3 types of antibiotics, antihistamines, Ampol for asthmatics, adrenaline, vitamin B, C, nicotinic acid. This is
Okay, it's enough.
not what you think about when you think of vitamins. Well, and a bunch of other things, but those were the basics. Think about how powerful the science of medicine is, how powerful it is, how many lives it has saved, and how many more will be saved. I dreamed of becoming a doctor. I thought it was my duty. It seemed to me that I was more than capable, that I had a gift, because I always remembered things so easily, like the names of drugs and what to mix with what. My mother used to be a doctor, too. She was the one who taught me how to give shots, and then well, never mind. When my mom passed away...
Okay, but what's the reason why she passed away?
My dad got sick, too. Almost immediately after the funeral, he didn't feel well. Dad, are
She's standing there with an injection, yeah. Okay. Your parents, they took a lot of injection and they died early anyway, so this is, I don't know if it helps. The oldest people in the world, they are not addicted to injections as well. Sometimes it's just for your mind, but actually you do not get any older because of that.
are you sick? I can help. Let me give you something.
Let me help. Here, take this injection. And this one. And this one. And one in your butt.
How? Mom taught me how to give shots.
What shots? What would I need them for?
To cure you.
But how do you know how to give these things?
I read things on the internet and in books.
And you're sure about it?
But before Dad and I could finish talking, I'd all...
This is kind of scary. She's just pushing this injection inside his arm.
already given him one, and he was fast asleep. Don't ask me what I mixed with what. I did it instinctively because
Instinctively. And what if you get him an overdose or something? This is dangerous stuff, honey.
I'm a doctor's daughter. My mother was a very cool surgeon and anesthesiologist.
Yeah. And if these injections are so helpful, why didn't she live longer? Just a question.
She was very appreciated at work, and I was proud that she was my mom. Dad woke up the next morning and felt great.
You do look just like your mother. I feel much better. Thank you, daughter.
Okay.
You're welcome, Daddy. I started to feel unwell close to lunchtime. I had a headache and went to the bathroom. I remember
A headache injection. Why in your leg? Just put it directly in your head, honey.
remembered how my mom taught me how to give myself injections, and I diluted the medicine, painkillers, and gave myself one shot. I, of course, took a long time to adjust, and for good reason. I hit a muscle, but that didn't stop me.
Oh, that's not good when you hit a muscle. That hurts.
The needle got stuck in the muscle.
What the hell? These stories are so random, okay. Your mother died, father is feeling good, and now, okay, needle gets stuck in your muscle, okay. Let's see. These stories they have no sense, and the topic is it's just about body parts, and now it's about an addiction of injections. Yeah, baby Melman. This is very weird stuff. You're right, brother. I think this is weird stuff as well. You're not alone, man.
I started to inject the medicine, but it just wouldn't go in. Then I pressed the cap of the syringe with both hands and forced the medicine in. Then I pulled the needle out by force. Instantly, blood spurted back into the syringe, along with the drug. I honestly freaked out, of course, and then the phone rang from the other room. Someone was calling. Oh shit, perfect timing. And before I put my pants back on, I took a step forward and fell belly first onto the floor. I looked back and realized that my leg had gone numb. I hadn't just hit a muscle, I must have hit something else. But the phone...
She cannot move? And the needle on the ground? Did she fall on the needle on the ground? So now the needle is in her foot or something? These stories are getting worse.
was ringing and I needed to answer it, so I decided to crawl like a soldier. After a moment, the phone stopped ringing.
Oh, she's bleeding. The hell?
And since it was on top of the table, I couldn't reach it anyway. I looked down at my buttock.
Guys, subscribe to my channel if you're new here. My name is Mats. We're the Hey Squad, best community in the world.
And only then did I notice that I'd left a red plume on the floor in my wake.
Yeah, you should call the ambulance or someone, because it's this is a real danger now. You're actually in, honey.
Like there was a violent fight for life going on in the bathroom. It was unclear who was hurting whom. Making another attempt to get up, I just lay on the floor to wait and fell asleep like that. An hour later, my father returned from work. And imagine his face when he saw his daughter lying in the room with her pants half down, the lights on everywhere, and blood on the floor.
And some injections laying on the ground.
Yep, it was a mess. He had already called the police by the time I woke up, and I could barely talk him out of it. Since then, I realized that I needed to practice more, so I started injecting myself more often.
What is the solution? Okay, what did she learn out of that situation? I have to do it more often because then I get better in it. Or maybe you should leave it. You shouldn't done it. You shouldn't do it anymore. Oh, come on, this is so stupid. These stories are getting worse.
Well, how much more often? Every day.
Yeah, everyday injection. This is the solution, everyday injection.
was supposed to become a great doctor, to treat people, and I needed the practice.
Yeah, this is the only practice, how to inject right. This is like you're in your medicine college, like only a very, very small part, how you inject right, and you will learn it, how to find like a good vein and not to pinch into that muscle or something. You will learn it in college. Yeah, you don't have to exercise like for 2 years, like every day an injection by yourself. This is not the only thing a doctor does. Actually, you have to learn a few more things.
This, you know, like all those crazy scientists who develop some new drug and then test it on themselves. I did about the same thing. And after 6 months,
you're just sick, girl. You're just sick. And please leave me and baby Melman alone. And of course Melman. Melman as well. Melman, baby Melman and me, leave us alone. We three, we are happy when you leave us just alone, okay?
I even started liking it. I started getting my shots faster, better, and I became almost a pro. My purse was filled with more and more medicines. I read my mother's medical books, though I had little understanding of them. But that's not the point. I was still a schoolgirl. That's when I met a friend named Charlie. Or rather, he was a friend then. Charlie knew about my new hobby and asked me to stop. Why? What's the big deal?
What's the big deal? Maybe you shouldn't inject some stuff in your body every day? Just trust this orange-haired guy. Yeah, he's talking good stuff.
Not being any better than a junkie. It's not drugs, it's medication.
Of course.
What's the difference? There's a big difference. Look at you, you've got nothing left. Have you ever injected your ass before? Then your legs, your arms. You have no training. How could you even give shots to anyone, let alone yourself? Oh, Charlie, I know all that. You don't know shit. When it gets worse, you'll understand. He and I had a big fight back then, but he called me the same night and said his dog was having another seizure and needed an injection. That's where I came in handy. I went...
Okay, these stories are so weird.
In and gave him the shot. And an hour later, the dog died.
You're not a doctor. You're not a professional doctor. Maybe some medication for humans, they do not work in dogs, or you have to dose them differently. This is like, you're just stupid. Okay, this story definitely belongs to the weirdest animated stories. This makes me just aggressive. What is this girl's mission in her whole life? What is just your sense of life? Inject yourself every day to become a doctor? Just injecting yourself every day and then this is enough to become a doctor. You have no clue what you're doing, girl.
When they called the vet, he said that I hadn't calculated the dosage properly.
The dosage, of course. Animals have different medication and different dosages. Oh, Mercedes. Okay, German cow. For those who don't know, I'm from Germany, guys.
From then on, Charlie stopped being friends with me and he left with his family. And I was alone.
Yeah, of course. When someone would kill my dog, I would leave you as well.
I didn't feel good. I felt like I was going back to that feeling when my mom died. That is, I was sinking into depression and...
Yeah, maybe you have to do something meaningful in life and not to inject... This is so stupid. What am I talking about? We're talking about a girl who's injecting herself every day. Just do something meaningful. I don't know, write diary, write poetry and go to college, I don't know, but do anything else than that.
And didn't even want to use the shots. I got on the internet and read that antidepressants could help me. And I decided to buy them and inject them into me in liquid form. But they...
Yeah, this is the solution. Injecting different things. Just inject. This is the solution for your life. I don't care about any problem in your life. You have to just inject. Just inject random stuff inside your body. This is the most stupid story I've ever seen in my life.
They were sold under a strict prescription. How good that I still had my mother's stamps, and I was good at forging her handwriting.
Now she's scamming.
Thus, I began to give myself higher level injections.
Yeah, higher level injections. This is smart.
I was getting better. I was even more proud that I was going to be a great doctor. Then I had Gwen. We got along well, only I didn't tell her anything about it. My passion grew stronger and stronger. I started giving injections unnecessarily, even to people who didn't ask for them.
Yeah, unnecessarily. Your whole life is unnecessary, honey.
My dad would complain about anything, friends, neighbors, and so on. I was sure that I was doing everything right. And then something happened. Something inside me clicked. I realized that I prefer to give injections to people, but not everyone would agree to them every day. And
She's just addicted to injection. This is like the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my
the
life.
hospital wouldn't take me.
Yeah.
Then I came up with a plan and got a job as a technician at a cosmetology clinic.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah, I have to clean the ground. She just want to give injection. Like, oh, you, injection. The maid, injection. The doctor himself, injection.
dubious nature with cheap prices, but that's what I needed. On the first day of work, while the patients were lying on the couch, I noticed that the beauticians themselves were out. I quickly put on their robes and face masks and went into their office. I introduced myself as their assistant and said that I had to give them a shot.
They're laying in this is like the reception. Why is she laying up there? This is stupid. Okay, and now she's coming with it. Just an injection. Assistant, she has never seen her before. She's just a big injection in her head and pushing it in your body. This is very trustworthy.
The girl asked what kind of shot. I said it was a sedative and a painkiller, and she agreed. In a hurry, I opened my purse and couldn't find the right drug. My hands were shaking.
So what is inside there now? She's just addicted to
My heart was pounding. I heard familiar voices in the street.
Please, if there's like in my audience, like anyone who likes to do that as well, like to give injection, please let me know in the comments. Okay, write something in the comment. I want to know if these people actually exist, if this addiction exists.
It was them. I quickly grabbed some medication and injected it into the girl's vein. Then I left and changed my clothes. When the beauticians came into the room, I heard shouting. The girl had passed out. Damn, I said to myself, and took an empty bottle out of my purse to see what I'd given her. Turns out, I diluted sleeping pills instead of painkillers.
Yeah, sleeping. But you have satisfied your addiction now. So everything is fine. Do not care about the client laying on this table, on this reception table. Just satisfy your addiction. Okay, I'm sarcastic, guys.
Anyway, she lived, thank God. It was a miracle. They found me quick. I almost went to jail. But before that, they sent me for a psychiatric...
Please send this girl to jail. Please. This is like a crime you're committing.
...evaluation. They told me that I was deeply depressed due to my mother's death, and my love of injections was my defensive reaction.
Yeah.
It got out of control because, well, I wanted to heal people because I couldn't help my mother overcome her illness, even though she was a medic herself. It's complicated. So I'm getting treated for it now, and I'm not giving anybody shots anymore.
Okay, this is good. Okay, this was the next part, right? This video is not available. Okay, this is German, guys, but I'm very glad that this one is not available. Okay, I do not want to see that stuff, guys. This is all for today with this weird animated story. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, here you can subscribe my channel here to other videos every day. I'm like not that clear in my head. I'm a little bit disturbed. I do not know what is happening. Yeah, thanks for watching and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.